Hello and welcome for the SPSS modelers. So out here, we see that today we'll be working on the performance considerations for streams and nodes. Typically, that will pertain to order of nodes and the node caches and the performance typically of process nodes and the modeling nodes. So when we speak of performance considerations for streams and nodes, what is that supposed to be? That is supposed to mean this. Let me launch the software quickly. Generally, what happens is when we run any specific stream, now the streams that we have been running, they are relatively of smaller scale, but then there can be a lot complicated streams that we are going to run. In such a case, what happens is the computing resources get consumed, and many a times they get consumed hugely. That leads to delay in the overall execution process also. So therein comes the cache memory into the play. So if we enable the cache, that's a additional feature or function that is provided as part of the software. So we enable the cache function to ensure that the processing time that is consumed is lowered. When we speak of performance, there are certain types of node that we put only at a certain place in the stream and not at the end of the stream. And then there is also additional aspect by the virtue of which we try to optimize the overall performance of the node also in terms of lowering the time and improving the efficiency of the execution. Now, we have seen that normally when we run any of the streams, there is a timer that starts in the background. That is something that we'll be seeing again as well. Because if we are using complicated or heavy or intense modeling nodes such as neural networks or k-means, or we use a two-step AS or two-step model also, then the processing time takes longer, and it also leads towards a greater consumption of computing resources. And that is something that we saw, I think, in one of our sessions also, where I had explained you all in the task manager that the total amount of RAM getting consumed or the disk space getting consumed has shot up or it has increased. No matter though, we'll start with this, and then as we go through the streams and its process, then we'll understand better in terms of how long should it take and all, and the overall conceptual understanding in terms of process improvement and performance improvement, of course. Fine. So let us quickly start with by importing the source node. So fine, let us take one of the Excel sheets. I'll right click on that and let's click on edit. We'll import it. Yeah, it will be 2007, 2016. And then I go to, we have some new data sets also. Let's see. Right now, these are some of the good count of data sets that we have. Let's pick the socio indicators. I click open and apply. I click OK. These are the socio indicators data set that we have. I'll right click on that and I'll click on view data. Now we have around 4 to 5 worksheets in this. So now let's see which worksheet it opens. So the amount of time that it is taking, that itself shows that we have a good chunk of data sets. Now the spreadsheets, how many spreadsheets have they taken? They have taken only one, or one of the active worksheets they have taken, is it? Fine. This is one such data set that we have. Let's go on the dashboard. The preferences. Yeah, no, we don't need anything to do on the preferences. Or instead of this, let us see if we can pick another file. So I'll click on this. Let's select the World Bank indicators. Open, I click apply and I click OK. Now, right click on that and we view the data. Again, okay, you can see that this is going in circles and circles, and it's taking longer in terms of retrieving data. Of course, a given data set is a bigger data set, so So you can click on that. Now see, there is a long list of columns that are available over here. So we can select whichever columns you want to visualize, but okay, coming to that later. Let's click on data audit. And so what does data audit show us? And for each of these, the quality is, yes, there are some where it is not 100% complete. There are extremes also. The valid records is consistent across all the given rows. There are 55 null values at some point. What is the statistic? Well, there is a big statistic out here that is available. And there are the Pearson's correlations also available for the urban count of population, but that's fine. So fine, we are selecting this spreadsheet because it has a bigger count of data set. Now, let us quickly come here and see. So I had mentioned here something on the order of nodes. So when I speak of order of nodes, what is the order of nodes supposed to be? Now, I click on record ops. So these are the nodes that are generally important in terms of data management, which means you can sort, you can balance, you can distinct, you can use the aggregate mode for providing summary information on group of records, and then includes or discards records with distinct values in specified fields. So let's select this for once and see how it shows up. Right click on that and I click edit. Okay. Now create a composite record for each group. Discard only the first record. Okay, let's see what is it that they are showing up over here. So these are the fields that are provided. Okay, now they're canceling that, and then there is a sort order that they have provided. So how do we want to sort this? Okay, if no sort fields are selected, then the order of records within each group is undefined. Never mind, that's not what we are worried about anyway. Then I click on composite. So first record in group. Okay, that is what they have provided, and include the record count. Yes, they have provided the record count also. And then we have the annotations. So suppose let's click on preview and see. Yeah, see, no key field for grouping is defined in distinct mode. Of course, it's not, because we are yet to define it. Fine. So in the key field, create a composite record for each group. Okay, we are creating a composite record for each group. So I click on that and I'll select your what. Now these are the fields that they have provided us with. So I wanted to see the mobile phone users, or mobile phone subscribers. Okay, so I'm clicking apply and I click OK. And then thereafter, let us also select the, okay, let us also select the internet users per 100 people. So I'm clicking apply and I click OK. Now, what is the sort order that we want to select here? Well, we'll select the default sort order as ascending. And then we come on composite. So these options are only available if composite mode is selected in the settings tab. So of course, we have selected the composite out here. So that's the reason these settings are available. Fill with the values base. Fine. And the annotations, click apply and I click OK. Right, now let's right click on that. Yeah, now the red is gone. It was showing us in red. So fine, now let us run this. If we run this, there is a chance, yeah, there are no executable nodes as it was anticipated. So again, let us try to run this. Again, there will be the same error that will come up. So fine. Now for the modeling, let us select a linear AS. So I'm attaching linear AS over here with the target I have to set. So what is the target that we have to set? Customized. We are interested in setting the target as mobile phone subscribers. Okay, and this string field cannot be placed in the list. What is it showing us? Same as, okay, there's one more thing we need to do. To come here, we need to edit and we need to go to the types. Read values. Okay. So now in some cases it's turned typeless and some of them is nominal, some of them are continuous. So business ones are nominal, is it? Yeah, one of this is tabular. So let us select it as default. So we'll sort these out. Most of these are numerical actually. So we make them continuous. So fine, let's apply and I click OK. Right, the target, let us edit it again. So where is it gone? The business. Okay, let us take another one. We'll take the total population count and set it as a target. And what are the predictors for that? Let's see if this will, yeah, we can use this as a predictor. So the business internet users, instead of that, does life expectancy at birth for, does total life expectancy have any influence on the total population count? Okay, I'm taking a simple model over here. What are the build options? I'm retaining the same model options. I'm selecting fields. I click apply. Okay, fine. So we have selected the data source. We have also selected the record ops node. The word back indicator is a source node. Distinct is the record ops node, and this is the modeling node that we've selected here. So fine. Now let us right click on this and click run from here. Now we are seeing that this is going like, it generated the population output as you can see here. Suppose if I run it from here, again, the entire code will be run and we'll be generating the same population output that we are seeing here, the nugget. Fine, so let's review it. Now that is how it shows. This is the first 10 outputs that it is showing, first 10 rows that is showing us. Now, okay, when we speak of cache, now this is small stream that we have taken. Okay, if you want to make the stream more complicated, I'll drag them over here. I'll add some more streams here. So I'll add sort, connect this. And then I can add what? Neural network, maybe as an output. Modeling node, I'll add neural network. Connect sort with the neural net. Right click on this, edit. You can see here the optimization. Okay, we are sorting it by what? We are sorting it by, let's say, phone subscribers. I click apply and I click OK. The optimization, what are we doing here? Well, it is pre-sorted, right? So let's use phone subscriber here. Apply, I click OK. Annotations I'm not using. I click apply and I click OK. Now out here, I have not set any targets. Right click on that, we'll edit and we'll set some targets here. So what is the target that we want to set? Business internet users against the total population as a predictor. So does the total population count influence the number of business internet users that they are there per 100 people? Okay, and I'm showing you the build options, model options, and the annotations. Click apply and I click OK. Now again, we can see here the neural network that will be getting generated will be for this. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm selecting only these many nodes for selection, and I'll right click on business internet and I'll click on run selection. Specify previous sort order invalidated at record 4. That I agree that is possible. So again, the sort order that is provided over here, it needs to be checked. So let us run it again and see if this is going to run. See, now this is what I was speaking about. That is the time factor that comes into play. Now, okay, we already have generated a nugget here. Let's double click on that. So that is the nugget that it has generated. And what are the hidden layers? We had used only one hidden layer. 12 neurons have been generated here. Yes, now that looks a bit big and complicated. But obviously, it did not take too much of time in executing this. But anyway, we'll come to that a little later. So again, speaking of the cache, I right click on this on the source node, right click on the source node, I scroll down here on cache, and I'm enabling cache. Okay, so you can see here there is a small page like symbol that appears here. Likewise, if I click on sort, out here also I can enable the cache. Can I enable the cache on the neural network node? Let's try to see it. No, I cannot do that. Why? Because enabling cache is activated only for certain types of nodes, typically the source nodes, the record nodes, and the field ops node. It is even applicable in case of some of the modeling nodes, but that is mostly for supervised or segmentation nodes such as k-means. Anyway, if we come to that, we'll look into that as well.